Hey everyone, it's Sunday, April 6th. It's time for Off the Ledge. I hope this series is helping you to be inspired and motivated and not ever falling into the doldrums. Today we are going to take a moment of gratitude that as many people showed up as did for protests across the entire country and even in other countries against fascism taking over the United States of America. So if you were out there, give yourself a huge pat on the back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The one in Boston had 100,000 people estimated. I actually thought that I got that wrong, that it was 10,000. It was 100,000 people. I myself wasn't there, and the only reason was I just felt like I didn't really need to be there because I'm doing so much. I would have been there if I didn't have a gig on Saturdays. And I'll probably go to the next one, and I am going to reach out to the Dropkick Murphys to I'm going to send them my songs and see if they can get them heard. My songs about saving democracy. Huge shifts are taking place, and we're part of that, and I believe that we're making it happen with these sessions. Cumulatively, we're making it happen. Okay, let me read from Ernest Holmes today, but before I do that, I want to remind you, since it is Sunday, if you're watching this on Sunday, that every Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, this is the 5th year of this, we have a Church of Spirituality service in which we pray and intend for our country and the world. We pray for each other. It's not dogma. There's no dogma. It's not a dogma church. It's my own creation. There's music. There's a very powerful sermon every time. There are healing chants. So 1 p.m. every single Sunday. Don't miss it. It's free. I'm only working by donations right now. So for the 6th of April, a merry heart doeth good like a medicine, but a broken spirit drieth the bones. So Ernest Holmes took that from the book of Proverbs. I'm going to read it again. It's really powerful. A merry heart doth good like a medicine. Do you have a merry heart? But a broken spirit drieth the bones. Love that. All of us are rooted in the mind of God. We did not plan it this way. This is the way it is. God is still the supreme power, and the divine spirit is still present with us no matter where we are. Let me just stop here to say, if you have a problem with the word God, say divine spirit. The divine spirit is still present with us no matter where we are, no matter what. We must learn to tune in to the mind of God, for when we do, we are turning into the most dynamic reality in the universe. Do not be afraid to talk to the divine spirit, always remembering that the divine spirit speaks a certain kind of language and there is nothing negative in it. We believe in prayerful, affirmative meditation above everything else. We believe in actually talking to God and then letting God answer. But perhaps in our confusion, we talked at God rather than to God. We have told the divine spirit how terrible everything is and how unhappy we are. let's just admit the error of our ways. Try this. Sit in complete repose and tell God how wonderful God is and how glad you are and how grateful. It is at times like these that we are really tuning into the divine, and the divine will always respond to us. We will always receive the comfort and consolation we need, the inward sense of security and well-being that everyone must have to be happy and whole. And so it is. I love that. So what happened yesterday with the massive protests that were larger than the ones in 2017, right after the illegitimate orange buffoon got in office. They were even bigger than that. You can't put the toothpaste back into the tube, as they say. There's no stopping this movement. This is even a spiritual movement, because what we've seen in terms of the almost Nazi-like behavior of this administration is not, it's not tolerable. We will not tolerate it. We will stand for justice and kindness and compassion and looking out for one another, looking out for our country and the world strongly, without negotiating anything but kindness and love and compassion and healing. All right. On that note, let's listen to Kathy Beale's forecast for today, Sunday, April 6th.
This is Kathy Beale of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro Insight for April 6th, 2025. Another high energy day, a lot of activity, a lot of cooperation, people being extraordinarily indulgent and wanting to do more and more and more and more and more, and being really, really focused on going after what they want, meaning going after what you want. And yet, even though we're all running around and doing all kinds of things, there's a sense of having all the time in the world. And that's because Mercury is sailing into his direct station. He will station direct tomorrow, and this creates a suspension in time feeling. That's all for now.
We're getting ready to soar, everybody. The moon, I'm just noticing on my calendar, is now in Leo right now. So it's a very fiery day, even though it's like living in an underwater world here where I am. It's a fiery day. So that riding on the wave of the astrological forecasts, yesterday and today were the perfect days for this kind of thing, for this kind of there's a boat going out, for this kind of movement. And it will take root, and it is taking root. So let us take all those thoughts of this is terrible, we're never going to stop them, Trump has destroyed the whole world, all that, just push it aside. Remember that the divine is invested in healing this world and healing the earth. The divine is invested in all the future generations being taken care of. And the divine is invested in love. So that's where we are. It's coming to the surface. Love is all there is. I'm going to pull from these cards. My Osho cards have walked away. So, we're going to use the Psychic Tarot for a little bit of guidance for today. Once again, make sure you join us for Church of Spirituality. And if you're a member, 40 Days to Releasing Religious Guilt is a phenomenal healing program. And it's included in your membership. So that's what I'm doing with memberships now. I'm actually teaching classes. It's around 20 minutes a day. It's under members. The video says members only. And thank you for being a member. Thank you to all of you for just being here. Consider becoming a member. 3 cards. Feeling the heartache and loss has pushed the United States of America, we the people, into going back and strengthening our foundation. And look at how far we have come as a nation over the past 249 years. look at our foundations and what we've achieved as a nation, the heartache and loss is, oh my God, did we really not pay close enough attention to make sure our democracy continues? So we're going back to what we were founded on, what we have accomplished as a nation throughout the generations. And the movement choices and decisions card indicates that now's the time for this massive movement. We've made the choice and we've made the decision that we will save our democracy. We are saving our democracy. And the more we can get that into the present moment awareness, the more powerful our intending is. So let's just take a moment right now and say, thank you, universe, divine spirit, whatever you want to call it, for keeping us all safe yesterday. Thank you, divine spirit, for showing us that even what seems impossible is possible. Even when it seems impossible, it's possible. Thank you for showing us that what we do and how we show up and whether we show up matters. It makes a huge difference. Thank you for bringing people together in the face of the darkness and choosing the light. And thank you for this opportunity to make ourselves stronger than we have been. Because when we have to push back against a common enemy, and we see clearly, because they're showing it to us, what the enemy is, thank you for making us stronger because we're in this challenge. So being in gratitude and not complaining, if we each individually made that our rule of thumb from this moment forward, that we will only choose proactive, pro-democracy, pro-humanity. If we choose that, rather than all the whining and complaining and the despairing and the depression and all the hopelessness, if we instead choose to focus on all we who love democracy are showing our stuff and it's working, there's nothing we cannot do. Nothing. We're the United States of America. There is nothing that we cannot do, and that includes nothing we cannot do includes, during this time of the greatest threat of fascist takeover that we've ever faced, we achieve the strongest democracy in the world. Again, it's not a competition, but we get our strength back. And so it is. Namaste. To book a session with me, go to psychicannetdion.com. And I'll see you soon. Please come to church today. Namaste.